Guys, stop making memes about Ohio. I'm talking like serious.
The piece is titled "Rail Companies Block Safety Rules Before Ohio Derailment." And I want to read you just a few excerpts from the piece before we go to one of the reporters, David Sirota, to answer some of our.
I don't want to derail this any further and offer you the top of the hour ad break right now, okay? And if you want the stream to be uninterrupted with no derailments. Oh no. Ted Cruz's tonsil stones. Oh, what a name. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
Questions about this. They write, though the company's 150-car train in Ohio reportedly burst into 100-foot flames upon derailing and was transporting materials that triggered a fireball when they were released and incinerated, it was not being regulated as a high hazard flammable train, federal officials told The Lever.
Thank you, Hassan's OnlyFans manager, and thank you, Ben Shapiro loves your piker for the 5 gifted subs.
Or subject to stricter regulation when being transported. And then what should those stricter regulations look like? And what happened was that the National Transportation Safety Board told the regulatory agency, said, listen, these regulations should broadly cover not just oil, they should cover what's known as class 2 chemicals, which include, again, vinyl chloride. And the chemical industry lobbyists and other industry lobbyists went to work pressuring the regulatory agency to limit the definition of what a high hazard flammable train is.
A high hazard flammable train is when a train is all crude oil instead of what this train was, which was called a manifest or mixed train. Hazmat is very common on mixed trains. It's considered a different but still important level of hazmat. I'm an ex-railroader. Yeah, animals are dying in the region. I know we're going to get to that in a second. What I want to cover first is who's at fault, obviously. Right now, we don't fully know, okay? I mean, but everyone expects. Everyone kind of has an understanding of who's at fault, okay? It's, of course, the rail companies that lobbied against safety regulations, that also actively tried to stop the many different instances where the workers' unions were saying we need more safety regulations, we need more employees, we need more workers to be hired. And I also have the footage of the fiery axle 20 miles before East Palestine train derailment. I have an update. I have an update on receipts. I guess I could hide the banking information on remittances, but I got a Google Doc on links to the Each Wire. It has banking information on it, but remember the first numbers I gave you guys, the 411,000 out of all the funds donated so far have been sent over, and I'm looking at the receipts right now with the numbers that I gave you already. The total that was cleared already, that was sent over, $411,856.37, $205,928,018 to Care Turkey and Care Syria, same number. And then Soft Giving distributing the funds specifically to Akut and Ahbap, $102,964.09 to Akut and $102,964.09 to Ahbap. The wires have been sent over, so it is now officially up to the Turkish banks to give the funds over to, it's their bank. It's in their bank at this point. But the wires have gone through for the first payments for Ahbap and for Akut, as well as Care Turkey and Care Syria. So, and at this point, it's up to the banks. It's up to the Turkish banks. This is, of course, just the first. This is, of course, the first chunk of payment from like the first 2 days.
This story is so interesting, not just because of a giant fireball in Ohio, which would or should be fascinating in and of itself and worrisome in and of itself, but it's a perfect picture of exactly what's wrong with our government and our media. So I want to talk about that. So, I mean, of course you have the hilarious part that you mentioned that they're like, don't worry, it's not flammable. We don't have to regulate it. And it's an enormous fireball in the middle of the country, right? So you get a sense of how full of crap these politicians are. That vinyl chloride can't explode. You don't need brakes on trains. You use the old brakes. Don't sweat it.
Yeah.
Do the lobbyists believe it? Do the politicians believe it? Or they just pass the check and they wink and then they say these things in public and then the rest of the press goes, oh, it must be true. A beloved politician and a beloved lobbyist said it.
Meanwhile, they got billions of dollars in liquid cash that they're utilizing for stock buybacks. So it's just an absolute lie. Okay? Straight up lie. Okay? Complete lie.